The year was 1980. In the wake of the Vietnam War, hundreds of thousands of South Vietnamese fled their homeland, setting out in overcrowded and inadequate boats in the South China Sea, vulnerable to pirates and to storms. A third of them drowned. Among those determined to help the refugees caught up in these dramatic events was Pedro Arrupe, Superior General of the Jesuits. Arrupe recognized that Jesuits, then numbering more than 27,000 around the world, were uniquely positioned to coordinate humanitarian responses on a global scale. The Jesuit Refugee Service was born. Although Jesuit Refugee Service began as a response to the critical needs of Vietnamese boat people, it soon rose to meet the challenge of aiding other refugees as well. From the very beginning, the key question was whom to serve, since it is impossible to meet every crisis.
One criteria was where there is the greater need. The poorer refugees, people on the frontiers, people on the borders. Among the refugees, the more vulnerable. And another criteria is where others don't go.
In those places where JRS did go, they soon developed a set of guiding principles. They set a high priority on accompaniment, being with the people first of all.
You know, the refugee doesn't leave home in order to get a shirt or food. They left behind the spirits of their ancestors, they left behind their parents, they left behind their whole life. So what they want is someone who understands that.
The hinge of our way of trying to do that is the accompaniment. To be first close to refugees, face to face, to be touched by their reality.
Those who come to work with GRS still believe in miracles. What is really important for GRS is that our service comes from the accompaniment. What is important for us is to get in contact, in direct contact with refugees, to come to know themselves by their names, to know their families, to visit them in their huts, and in daily basis, through that contact, what we do is to learn with them which type of services they need, and from there we start working with them, together with them, trying to serve their communities. What is essential is that accompaniment, and then from that service that comes from the accompaniment comes the third phase of GRS mission, that is defend the right of the refugees. And we organize it from the very grassroots level, at camp level, in refugee camps or in detention centers, and going up to the national level, regional level, international level.
One thing is that we have something that is common to all of us. It's the accompany, serve and defend, and to go where the need is greatest. And even though our contexts are so different, they are so similar in a different way. And what makes us as JRS different is our values. And we all hold that very dear. And I think to me it has brought that back into perspective. Why am I working with JRS? It's not just because it's a humanitarian agency, but also because of the values that we hold so dear that makes us so unique. And sometimes we forget that. And it is good to bring it back and to remind us why we are doing this work.
And thank you very much for your humanity.